Two big things we're pushing for. One, we're fighting for equal pay for equal work and outsourcing. So equal pay for equal work, there's this new study that just came out that shows that people of color, women, and women of color especially, get paid a lot less than their white male counterparts, and that's just not acceptable. And one of the ways the UC does this is by outsourcing. So that's why these struggles are connected, and that's why we're fighting for both of them. Outsourcing is when they take people from a position, they get rid of them or they replace them with workers from an outside corporation that are doing the work for less. And as we know, the UC is one of the third biggest employers in California, so they have a big influence on the market. So when they hire all this cheap labor, it brings the average wage cost down for these positions. And then so when the workers are out of contract and they have to go to their bargaining table, the UC tells them hey, why are you asking for more money if you're already getting paid more than the average? But it's because the UC is bringing the average down with its fabrication by outsourcing.
UC has a $15 minimum wage that doesn't apply to students. Our student workers have sick pay, but they're told by their managers that they're not allowed to take any sick days off and will get fired if they miss 3 days of work, even though legally they should be able to miss all those days and have pay for those days. And so by doing this, they've taken away the ability for our workers to build a stronger foundation for themselves in terms of their rights. They've taken away the ability for our workers to have mobility in this area, and in fact have pushed them to a position where they're more likely to be forced out of the area. We know that's not a decent standard of living. We know that's no way to raise a family. And we know that our workers deserve more. It's time for us to organize and learn how to build, escalate, and fight against the UC for our rights collectively across the whole state.
And we want to be able to live in Santa Barbara. We want to be able to live close by our jobs. And unfortunately, because of the inequality, we can't. Our demands really don't even reach up to what their demands are. And if you really look at their paycheck, it's way different than our paycheck. And I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but we do deserve the same treatment that they get and they same cost of living pay. In reality, for us, it doesn't really matter whether we have to come back or not. We will come back again if we have to.
The UC needs to see how in community we are, to know that without us, the UC is nothing. So I just, for one, hope that they can listen to us and treat us with respect, treat the workers with respect and humanize them. And not only that, but just respect their labor.
The UC and the administrators constantly try to divide us. And it's their strategy. It's divide and conquer. And they don't want us to know that we have more in common than we do different. And they use that to suppress worker and student movements. And at this point, a lot of them, have to pick up other jobs, 2, 3, some even have 4 jobs, just to, make ends meet. And people are flocking out. People will have to drive 2 or 3 hours and becoming super commuters just to work here, and that's time away from their families. If they're 6 hours on the road, that's 6 hours less. Helping their kids with their homework, feeding them, and just being there for important moments in their life.
And I'm striking today too because. All the ongoing inequalities, and like I said before, at the University of California, and the administrators' failure to address the problem, right? And also outsourcing jobs. That is what drives it all. So there you go. It just came out, outsourcing. Well, because what good does it make to get a raise, right? If tomorrow my job is outsourced. So it's deeper than that. Right? I mean, the university can really make a difference if they choose to do it. Why they're going this way? Sometimes I don't understand. I just don't understand why it's going that way. In reality, what I want UC to know is that we want equality, we want security, right? We want dignity, and most of all, we need fairness.